Hi, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Ken Iverson, a Peace Day, recording on 2 days after Thanksgiving, 2010, here in the United States. Uh, it's Saturday afternoon, the 27th of November, and it's about 19 minutes after 2 in the afternoon. And the snow, if you've seen my other YouTube videos, you know we had snow earlier in the week. It's all gone now. We had rain and it's all gone, and I was able to drive last night for the first time in 3 or 4 days. Uh, I'm going to go over something here that I have stacked in front of me, and I'm going to show you some things here. And they're very meaningful and they're very personal to me, some of them. And I'll go in the reverse order of which I had them laid out here. Uh, First of all, let me say Peace Day is over for 2010. It was on July 10th, 2010, at the Kent Meridian Performing Arts Center here in Kent. It was, in my opinion, a great success. We competed against the dragon boat races that have been here for 30 years or so. Kent Cornucopia Days is a festival in Kent during the summer, and I scheduled Peace Day up against Kent Cornucopia Days, and I did not know that when I scheduled it originally. So anyway, the dragon boat races were held at 7 o'clock on July 10th at Lake Meridian, which is about 2 or 3 miles from the Performing Arts Center where Peace Day was. And the dragon boat races and Peace Day competed, and I hate to say it, but the dragon boat races, which have been around for years and years and years, won. And next year I'm going to schedule Peace Day at another time. And I'm not sure about the venue. We paid $845 for the venue, the Performing Arts Center, 350-seat auditorium, and we that's paid for and that's taken care of. I told you before I have a loan I'm trying to pay back, so that's taken care of for this year. 2011 will be another Peace Day. The second annual Peace Day will be in 2011, and and we have to finance that. Well, if I did it the way last year, if we did it the way we wanted to do it last year, it would have been about $7,200, and it'll be more this year. I would like to have a larger venue. Maybe my eyes are bigger than my stomach, so to speak, but I'd like to have a larger venue. Last year I inquired about Showware Center here in Kent. It seats 6,000 to 7,000, and for a day, renting that for a day would be $12,000 to $15,000. Now we couldn't swing it last year. With a little luck, maybe we can swing it this year. But if I commit myself to that, I want to make absolutely sure that we have the money in the bank. So that's an appeal to you listening to this. Now let me get on. Let me get on with the funding here. If you go to www.peace-day.org, you'll go to a website where my ugly face will appear there, my ugly mug, and you'll see a donate button, compliments of PayPal. And you can pay with PayPal, or you can donate with PayPal. You can donate with American Express, I believe, or MasterCard. MasterCharge is a MasterCard, and Visa. And you can donate there, and you get a receipt, and all the donations are tax deductible. I donated something the other day just to test it out, and it worked perfectly. So that's compliments of PayPal. That's a free donate button that they installed for me, or helped me install on the site. Also, I received a check today in the mail. I'm very moved. Margaret and Ralph Iverson are going to receive, they'll get a copy of this video. I'm going to embed it in this email I'm sending out right now to you guys. And I'm very moved. They say they sent me a Thanksgiving Day card. Isn't this? Can you see that? That's from Ralph and Margaret. Isn't that beautiful? They are so thoughtful. And it says here, I just wanted to say have a happy Thanksgiving. And it says, Dear Ken. This is in Margaret's handwriting. It says, Dear Ken, it was wonderful to see you again. We miss being closer so we could go out to lunch, etc. more often. Please keep in touch. We will continue to pray for you With fond wishes, Marg, and she signed her name, Marg, and happy turkey trails, Ralph, and their son is named Jeff. I met him for the first time here a couple of weeks ago. We went out to dinner at a local restaurant here in Kent, and nice man, nice man. And Ralph says, happy trails to you. Ralph is a big Roy Rogers fan, and that's, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Ralph, but that was the name of the ranch, wasn't it? Happy Trails? Or that was a song. Happy Trails to you. And that was a song that Roy Rogers had in his television show it's on. And Jeff is going to help me with my computer, and he's a smart man. He's going to law school down in Santa Barbara. And anyway, that's from Ralph and Margaret, and they donated $50 right there, a check for $50. I don't think they mind me saying that. If they do, it's too late now. So that's a check for $50. That's one of the first ones to come in this Christmas season for Peace Day, and we need more of those $50 checks. $100, 500,000. 5,000. We need more of those kind of contributions. Thank you, Ralph and Margaret. Thank you very much. Next is on the stack of things I have in front of me is something from a very dear friend of mine called Phil. His name is Farrell Phillips. He's 80 years old, and I love him like my father. Like my father. My father died when I was 9, and I love Phil like a father. He knows that, and he is. Also, we should not like each other by all means, because he's not a Republican exactly, but he doesn't like Obama. He thinks we're headed down the path that Hitler and Germany were in 1938, and he has nothing good to say about Obama. And I love Obama, so we shouldn't get along, but we do, and we don't only tolerate our difference, we love each other. So he sent me this card. And it just sent this. I read this at 2 o'clock in the morning about a week ago. That's a vacuum cleaner. You know what a vacuum cleaner does? It sucks up the dirt on the floor. And you open up the card and it says, sorry things suck right now. Right here. Sorry things suck right now. And that came just after Oprah.com/200bin and malesurvivor.org, and you go to those websites and you'll see what I'm talking about. That was a tough time for me. I'm striving now. I'm getting better each day. I'm crying a lot, and I hope to get through this 15-minute segment without crying, but if I do, that's okay too. Here is, I recently went to my reunion, my 45th college reunion, Stanford class of 65. I drove 845 miles in my 1982 Honda Prelude with boxes of clothes and food in the back, and baby stuff, baby diapers and stuff like that in the back of my Honda Prelude, my 1982 Honda Prelude, for Hadaya.org, HIDAYA.org, or HadayaTrust.org in Santa Clara, California, about 8 miles further beyond Stanford. And I took the boxes to Hadaya.trust.com, .org, Hadaya.org on the afternoon of Friday, the October 22nd. And I gave the boxes to Osman and his colleagues and at Hadaya, and they are a 501c3, which I hope that Peace Bay will be soon. And the boxes have been shipped. They've been put in a cargo shipment container, and they're on their way to Pakistan right now for flood relief. You go to Pakistan Flood Relief 1 and 2 on YouTube, PDAYkivers, and you'll see what I have to say about that. We can change the world in Pakistan. We really can. And all you have to do is go to that PDAYkivers YouTube and look at Pakistan Flood Relief 1 and 2. I tell you how to do it. And Hadaya, I didn't mention Hadaya. or just in passing in the recording of those two videos earlier in September. But Hadaya.org is a good organization. Another one is Islamic Relief USA. That's another. I think that's a 501c3 also. And I'll have more to say about them in just a minute here. So how are we doing on time? We're running up against it. I'm going to run out of time again. I'm too long-winded. These are some more things I have here. This is, this time of year I've received many requests for contributions, for donations. One, the Democratic National Committee, they want funds. Okay. The First Lady Michelle Obama, urgent. I'm sorry, Michelle, I didn't get around to getting this in the mail before the election. I'll send maybe something, maybe 5 or 10 now. I can't afford more at the time being. The December is a huge month for me financially. It's going to take a lot of manipulating to get through December. You notice my tooth here? You probably noticed that in the other recordings I've done recently. I was waiting to get the partial replaced. I had a partial. I had a thing you put in there with a tooth, an artificial tooth. And on the way back from California from the reunion, I stopped in a rest stop. And I took out the partial and I brushed it and I put it on the sink. And I said, Ken, remember to put this in before you leave. And I didn't. And that night I stopped in a rest stop to sleep the night. And I reached for the partial to take it out for the night, and it was gone. And then I remembered I left it. And I can't remember, it was probably 10 or 12 rest stops prior to where I was that night. And I can't remember whether it was in Northern California or Southern Oregon or where it was. So that's gone. My dentist, originally the partial cost $800, and now my dentist is going to replace it for $500. I had $250 up front and $250 when it's delivered, and that has to be in the next month or so. And the teeth are shifting, and this has to be taken care of. I'm not going to take money from for Peace Day for this, but it is something that is concerning me now. Vanity, that's what it's about. And I didn't want to record with that tooth missing, but I'd have Korea and now Hadaya and the other things that I'll talk about are really pressing. And it doesn't matter what I look like. There are more important things than how I look or my teeth or whatever. So anyway, let's go on here. Cancer Research Institute. This is a cancer organization here. Cancer Research Institute. They want some money. Okay. Then we have. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is one of my favorites. A new favorite. This is. How are we doing on time? We got about a minute and a half. Okay. This is from Islamic Relief in Alexandria, Virginia. Post Office Box 22250, Alexandria, Virginia 22304-9929. Islamic Relief. And this is their contribution card. It says, yes, I would like to make a small sacrifice this Eid and share udhiyah / Gurbani meat with the less fortunate. This is a drive every year about this time to supply meat to the less fortunate in the world, to the poor people of the world, because they very seldom get meat in countries like Pakistan and Afghanistan and Iraq and so on. So this is an attempt to supply the people with meat. And contributions, I'm going to contribute a few bucks, 5 or 10, that's all I can afford, but this is a good cause. How are we doing here? We got about 30 seconds. This is another good cause. You see here, this is let's see what we got here. Like here, this is the cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness button here. Cost me $6 and $4 for shipping. It cost $10 all total, and that's from the American Cancer Society, right here. right there.